Alright guys, in this video we're going to look at that door on the patio. So in order to do that, I'm going to come in here and I'm going to add a new layer and I'm going to call it door. It's probably more of a sliding door or a stacking door sort of area because it's quite a big space. So we're going to add a new color and I'm going to go with a sort of just an off yellow there. Right, it should be continuous. I don't need a 0.5. We're going to go to default. Again, it was because I was on outline, so it just before I created that layer, so just it borrowed the 0.5 that it was set to. So I'm gonna make the transparency again 30. Again, you don't have to. You can keep your transparency at 0. That's fine. All right. Okay. So whilst I'm doing this, I'm gonna turn off. Sorry, let me go out here. I'm gonna turn off the roof layers. Well, in terms of the constructions. That's all I need now to work with the door. So let's select the door layer and let's get going. So in order to do that, I'm going to have to, again, I'm going to have to use this wall as a reference and I'm going to need to drop that down at a 60. So I'm going to make sure my polar snaps are on 30, 60. I'm going to pull that corner of the wall down on the angle. So I'm coming down to the left, which means I have to go back on the right. Okay. And so if I pull that straight down there, we can then bring the top of the door across to there. And the bottom of the door will be obviously in line with the top of the patio there. So what I'll do from there is to take that point to the opposite vanishing point, and I'm going to then, while I'm still in the command, so I'm going to click there, I'm going to come back to the bottom of the door. So that'll be the top of the door, that will be the bottom of the door, and you'll see how that fits perfectly on that corner. So that's exactly where we need it to be. And then I'm going to come in here and we're going to go front left edge of the door to the station point. And then I'm going to send the one back up to the front right edge of the door. Okay. Then I can also take the back, right, the back right edge, because that's what we will see with the perspective. And then I'm going to bring those all down and I'm going to meet here. For example, I'm going to intersect at a perpendicular on that bottom wall line there. I'm going to bring that down as well. That's the front edge. So there we go. Now what you'll see now immediately is if I take my my outlines, and I just go from that point there to there, to there, there, and over there, and then back to that corner there. You'll notice, oopsie, I've missed that point quite badly. Make sure that everything else looks good. There we go. Just drag that across. Click and move that node there. Right, good. Then I'm going to come in here again. I'm going to take the door line and I'm going to pull that door line, the inside edge of that door, straight down there. Good. Okay. Now I can start to trim things out a little bit. So I'm going to trim that, and then I'm going to trim these station point lines that extend. No need for them anymore because we've dropped them down. Okay, and just delete that. Good. I don't think there's anything else. Good. Now, in order for us to find the depth of the inside edge, I'm going to take that back to the vanishing point on the left, and I'm going to just have a look to see whether we might see that. I don't think we will. All right, good. It moves in at the top. Good. So what we do here then is we take our outline again, and we're going to go line work from that point back to that point where it intersects, and then straight up to give us the inside edge there. Good. Now we don't need to do any internal detail. You could, but for today, for now, we won't. Then we're going to look at in the next video how to create this little hexagonal window on this face of the property.